Quack, quack, quack.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Woof, woof, woof. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Syvduck.
Welcome back in, everybody, to another One Piece chapter discussion. Today, we are here to talk about chapter 1187.
Let's go!
This is a Sanji chapter, Brago. This is all Sanji. This is the Sanji HYPEFEST. And man, I'm here for it. We've been saying for the longest time, we have been believers of Sanji getting Conqueror's Haki, and it's finally around the corner. After all this time, we finally have the path for him to become a king. And it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, maybe Sanji gets something different. No. Scopper says, if you want to make Luffy king of the pirates, you have to be a king. Sanji's getting it, man. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's happening. I guess the main question becomes, how is he going to get it? How will he overcome this inner turmoil? Will it be through fighting his own nightmares through Killingham? Or is this all going to be like a flashback, inner moment kind of thing where he's just laying on the ground, just, you know, rubbing his chin, and then he's like, nope, I got it, Eureka. What do you think's going to happen?
Bro, it's loaded, right? I was just thinking back to how I would feel if Scopper said that to me. Where it's like, no, all this is because of you. You're not a king. You have all the qualities, right? It's almost like somebody telling you, like, hey, you have all the potential to be this thing, but you're the only thing holding yourself back, right? Could be hard work, right? Work ethic, technique, whatever. But he's saying, like, it's your self-deprecating nature, right? That's the thing that's holding you back. At first, I was like, yo, why not asking even more questions? Okay, so what were you the king of? What did you become the king of? What did you... But Sanji was, like, stuck, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, because he knows it's a thing, right? Like,
right.
He hates the VINSMOKE name.
He knows what it is, but, like, overcoming that isn't just, like, an easy ordeal. You're telling me to almost accept all this trauma, all this heartache, everything that I've seen, that I saw growing up. I have to accept to myself that I'm one of them. It's basically telling him to get over his childhood trauma.
Yeah, which he can probably do, but you gotta imagine, he's doing this in the heat of battle. It's not like Sanji's on the Thousand Sunny, cooking some food, thinking, hanging out with the friends. No. He is literally in a situation where he either has to get over all of this or the kids get kidnapped, right? Sanji's in a very hard place right now. He's gonna do it, but my God.
It's an unrealistic, just unwinnable situation where you're telling me in the battle to save not only my life, but other people's lives, that I have to get over my childhood trauma, my daddy issues, all these mental hurdles to defeat this guy in the middle of the fight. It's tough. It's really tough.
Sanji can't stay down here forever too, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, maybe he just scratches his chin and thinks for like 5 minutes. No. Killingham's gonna come after him, you know? Any minute now, Killingham's gonna come down with the trident. Yeah. So Sanji's gonna have to do all of this and fight at the same time. And plus, again, if Killingham can spawn out his nightmares, we might get evil Judge, evil Niji, Ichiji, Yonji, or evil Sanji.
Evil Sanji. Yeah. He's gonna have to figure out a way to... That might be what it is, though. Where it might be the, you know, the physical defeating yourself, and also like mentally defeating yourself, right? So now Killingham drops this nightmare. He looks just like Sanji, stealth black, right? and he's like the opposite of who Sanji is, and Sanji has to defeat that version of himself. Maybe probably has to accept who he is and even use some more VINSMOKE powers to overcome it, to kind of get over these issues. But you got to accept it. I think you got to get to the point that now hearing VINSMOKE Sanji doesn't trigger you. You have to start saying it. You're proud of it. This is who I am because I am the sum of these parts, right? I am who I am because of everything I went through.
Yeah.
But that's like, listen, for the most part, we all have childhood trauma in some way. And to kind of just accept what you went through is a part of who you are, that's hard. That's difficult. And it takes a lot of therapy, right? And you're telling him this is what you got to do right now. Sorry. If you don't do this, your captain can't be king of the pirates.
You can't beat
you
Killingham.
Can't defeat this enemy.
Done.
Sorry.
And the funniest part, by the way, Zoro, keep in mind, Zoro was right next to Sanji when Scopper said this. Zoro heard all of this. And in this chapter, Zoro says, hey, Killingham's not coming back, dude. Like, Zoro believes that Sanji will get over this. I love that. Sanji and Zoro have, like, this crazy rivalry, which, you know, now causes fan rivalry, too. You know, it breaks the fourth wall. But in reality, Zoro and Sanji, man, they're best buds. They know each other in and out. They believe in each other. And Zoro believes that Sanji can get over this, like we all do. And I have faith he's going to do it. And, you know, I think this could even be a situation like, I don't know if you've watched It 2, long time ago, like maybe 5-6 years ago. How they defeat Pennywise is they just have to accept all their fears. Like, I'm not scared of this thing anymore. Like, it's fine. Like, I think Sanji, if they were to spawn in evil Sanji, evil Judge, Yonji, Niji, Ichiji, maybe Sanji has to just accept that they're not that scary. Like, you know, I'm not afraid of these guys. Like, it's my family. Like, I don't know.
Talking about like the new It 2?
Yeah,
like
the newer
ago,
It 2. Yeah, sorry. The modern It 2, not like the OG one from like the 19s. Yeah, no.
That's about like 2 years ago, right? Gotta be like 2
Was it 2 years ago? It feels like it was longer, man. I'm sorry, it happens.
No,
I watched
yeah,
a long time ago.
Yeah, it is accept it to kind of overcome those troubles. I mean, but that's the thing. It's almost seeing something that's real and accepting that it's not. You know, and you're telling me these feelings that I have for these people, all the things that I've been through, what I've had to endure from these people. You're telling me to just accept it and say that I'm one of them. I'm not. I can't be one of them.
Okay, here's a better example. I used this in my review video. Have you watched this one series of it's about this kid. He eats like this hair and he gets like this one guy's power. And the guy's like Superman. It's an anime. It's the kid with green hair. There's that one guy that can like blow things up with bombs.
What's the anime?
I don't remember the name. It's like the green-haired kid. And he eats hair. And he gets stronger. And there's like this Captain America dude who does it.
It's about superheroes?
It's My Hero Academia.
Oh, okay.
MHA.
Okay. My Hero Academia. My favorite.
Sanji's like Shoto, where Shoto only used ice powers in the beginning because that's from his mom. He loved his mom. He felt bad for what happened to his mom. He never wanted to accept his dad's side of the powers, right? He never wanted to use flames. And in the tournament, he had to accept that he's Endeavor's son, and then now we can combine ice and fire. I think Sanji's that exact same way.
Needed that.
Where Sanji leans a lot towards Reiju and his mother because they're the best figures in his life, and he doesn't want to accept his brothers or father. I think, just like Shoto, he has to like find that middle ground and just accept who he is.
That's a great example. I like that one.
I can't believe you don't remember MHA.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't even finished it yet, but I'll get there, guys.
That's crazy. It won Anime of the Year.
I have an aside when it comes to MHA. That moment specifically that you speak of. First, I will have to preface it by saying I do not think anything that Endeavor did was right. I don't think it was good. I think he deserves all the
I'm waiting for the butt.
The backlash and the flack that he's caught for everything he did. But
he's the best character in MHA, dude. His writing His ending.
No, he's the best character in MHA. But I don't understand how everybody just skates over what the mom did.
Okay, yeah, what did the mom do?
She's the one that threw the water on him.
All right.
Like, they're like, okay, she's a victim. Sure.
It was the straw that broke the camel's back, though.
She is a victim.
And the dad's been piling on the straws. It was kind of his fault.
She's a victim. But she still did that to her child.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying she's, 100% responsible. There's some responsibility
absolutely
there.
Not. But when we talk about this moment,
like
she's completely absolved. She's completely absolved of all blame.
It's just because, people want to go on and hate Endeavor, which, granted, he is the main cause, the root of the issue.
He is the cause, right? He's the cause, what he was trying to do, everything, how hard he was pushing, for sure. But, ma'am, you're going to jail.
Ma'am, you spilled boiling water on Shoto's face. It's like Demon Slayer. Didn't they do that too? Well, not like in the same context, but like the reason why Tanjiro has the scar on his head is because boiling water.
I don't remember that part, but I haven't read it or watched it in a long time. Yeah, I watched season 1 a long time ago. So,
so many characters with head scars because of boiling water. And when I say a lot, I mean 2, but 2 is a lot. Very specific.
No, and Sai, you were right. Chapter 2 is 7 years ago. Yeah,
I knew it.
That's crazy.
I knew I was right. You might be thinking about Welcome to Derry. Because that's more recent.
Yeah, Welcome to Derry is like last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
Decent show.
Ooh, decent. I've heard glowing reviews. I've heard fantastic.
I think it's really good. The ending is just a little bit silly. Like the final episode. Are you an ending guy? What do you mean by that? Ending guy.
Where the ending that encapsulates your entire experience. If the ending isn't good, show not good, movie not good.
No. I love Game of Thrones. I think the ending's bad, but I love Game of Thrones. Okay.
Yeah,
like, that's why I said, Welcome to Derry. It's a decent show. It just didn't really stick the landing, which, doesn't negate, like, the 7 good episodes. It's just, the ending felt very, convenient, in a way.
I'm at a place now with endings where I almost automatically assume, like, all endings are going to be mid. And so, if it's good, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's hard to please everybody. Like one way or another. Even if you have an amazing ending that 80% of people love, there's still 20% of people who don't love the ending.
What's an example of an amazing ending without spoiling something that's really important to a lot of people?
I'd say Obsession had a really good ending. Just off the cuff, all I could think about. Okay. Because somebody commented Obsession like a minute ago, so.
I think okay. I think it was an ending where everybody wins and everybody loses.
Yeah, it was a conclusion. It was a conclusion. No real like plot holes, plot threads left open. Well, done.
Yes. And it just leads to more conversation.
Yeah.
Like it's an ending for the story, for the fans, that people are gonna talk about. What does it mean? Why is it happening this way? It's one of those endings.
Ooh, okay, I got a good one. This is an anime one. Vinland Saga, I think, has a good ending. And I'll tell you all about it. So it's... I'm kidding.
I haven't finished Vinland Saga.
So let me tell you all about it right now. I got you. Don't worry. I'll catch you up.
Yeah, anime with great endings is tough. Or not anime, stories. I mean, movies are easier to find movies with great endings. But the thing is, even now, there are a lot of movies that have alternate endings.
Yeah, you buy the Blu-ray edition, there's like a different ending.
Yeah, I think even the movie that's coming out that I'm really excited for, I'm Legend 2.
Oh my god, they're making a second one?
They're using the alternate ending and continuing that story.
Oh wow. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. I mean, I don't know how good it'll be, but I really did like the first I Am Legend.
That's probably my favorite movie of all time.
It's so good. I remember as a kid, I was always so sad when the dog died, man.
When the dog died? When he had
Dude,
to
that
kill a dog?
Always gets me.
Spoiler alert.
All right, we're not saying spoiler alert for like a 30-year-old movie, all right? We always do
not
this.
30 years old.
I forgot what we talked about. Somebody's like, oh my God, you and Brago spoiled me on this. And it's like, bro, that was like 8 years ago.
I think they said Dragon Ball.
Go on, get
Goku
Super Saiyan 2.
Piccolo?
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean
I
he
forgot what it
fuses with
was.
Vegeta? I thought Vegeta was
What
evil.
What is the cutoff though? I don't know the exact cutoff, but I think in general, I just try not to, just because you never know. You know?
Dude. Okay, there was another one. This one I'm kind of iffy on, but it was Kaga or Banchi. We talked about Kaga or Banchi and somebody dying early on.
A lot.
And they're like, oh,
I feel like
you spoiled me. But it was like, okay, but that chapter came out like 4 years ago. Like I don't know. It's tough.
But here's the thing, though. The
anime is around the corner.
With Bachi, even if I say Soga, Shiba did this, I think even for certain characters, you're not going to remember these characters.
You're not going to remember them.
You're not going to remember
no idea
these
who they
characters.
are.
You have no idea who they are. And then maybe after you catch up, you're like, oh, that's dope. But you're not going to remember at all. You know what I mean? So
That's like if I were to tell somebody who started One Piece, hey, by the way, Saint Sommers, he has regeneration. And then they're just like, huh? No.
Yeah, they're
it's
not
right.
Bro, imagine at the beginning of One Piece.
You're going to forget.
Bro, by the time you get to post time skip, you're not going to even remember who Sommers is. You're going to be like, oh, I don't know who Sommers is. It's fine. So, no. I'm not. With spoilers, it's certain things. Like, I think you don't spoil the endings. I think major plot points. Like what's the major spoiler in My Hero?
The major spoiler in My Hero?
Because, One Piece, the major spoiler is Ace. That's the major spoiler.
Yeah, but it's a spoiler like almost everybody knows. Like, if you go online, you just see Ace's dead body there.
Yeah, if you Google One Piece.
Yeah. MHA, I'm not too sure what I'd consider like the major plot twist.
In Naruto, there are a few. But I think the one is kind of obvious. Like, Naruto is the fourth Hokage's son, but that's,
That's, everybody figured that out, like, from the get, dude. I mean, blonde hair Hokage, yeah, come on. Right. No parents for Naruto.
Obito.
Yeah.
Obito is one. That's a spoiler. The Itachi.
Maybe Madara's still alive would be a big spoiler.
Itachi's real reason?
Yeah, Itachi's real reason.
Spoiler. Yeah. So those are things you just don't spoil.
Right,
in Bleach... Aizen's a spoiler.
Aizen's a spoiler, but that gets tackled on so early. Like, that's within like 30 episodes. Yeah. Well, maybe not 30, but like 40 episodes. You know he's a villain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I typed in MHA biggest plot twist, and Google. I actually agree with this one. There's two big plot twists that I forgot about. One of them is that Dabi is actually Endeavor's son. But I mean, that's you can't tell that right away because he has blue flames, and it's like, whoa, okay.
It's not easy to tell at all.
Yeah,
but it was a theory that was trending before we found out.
Yeah, it was a theory, but it wasn't like a popular theory per se. It was like, I don't know about that. And then the other one, nobody really cares about this necessarily, but it did drive the plot forward. The fact that that belly button dude is the traitor.
What belly button dude?
It's that kid with like the I am sparkle belly button power.
Oh, yeah.
He's the reason why the villains kept on showing up, because he kept on leaking intel. And they kept on mentioning, oh, there's a traitor, but we never knew who it was until like the final-ish season. And even
then they told us and we didn't care.
Yeah, nobody really cared. It was like, oh my God, it's him? But you're still our friend. And then it was whatever. Like, yeah, that's a plot twist, but I wouldn't consider it like a big one, because we just moved on.
The thing is, the plot twists. Okay, what? Because I have an anime in mind.
Okay.
What anime you think has the best plot twists throughout its show? I have an anime. I think it's number one easily, but
Attack on Titan.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Attack on Titan. I haven't even finished Attack on Titan, but I know Attack on Titan's plot twist. I'd say that's probably one of the bigger ones. Because it flips like the whole narrative on its head.
Okay, the plot twist at the end, or like all the different plot twists?
The end.
Because it's several. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reveal of like the island and stuff, paradise and stuff.
Reveal of the island. The reveal as far as like how Eren has been manipulating things.
Yeah.
Like,
and this is crazy. I'm saying it's one of the biggest plot twists. I haven't even gotten there in the anime. Yeah. I know all about it. It's like, okay, that's ridiculous.
Reiner and Berthold.
I looked that up right away.
As the Aura Titan.
Yeah, I remember I watched the anime and I was like, who are these guys?
Bro, even the fact that Eren could turn into a Titan.
Well, that was like in the opening. It was like implied.
I didn't.
You go into Attack on Titan already knowing that Eren's gonna be a Titan, though.
I didn't.
Really? What?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So what happened was I spoiled myself after Eren died. I was mad.
Oh my god.
Because remember he gets eaten.
Yeah.
And I Googled it. I'm like, I forget exactly what I Googled. And it was like, yeah, Eren, the Attack Titan. I was like, oh,
it was like 2015, by the way. It was like 11, 12 years ago.
Yeah. I was like, oh, fuck. I don't know. I really liked Eren, you know? And just, I thought it was one of those shows that, like, they make you like a character and then kill him off. And it's like, all right, there's somebody else that pops up. I was like, fuck me. Then I spoiled myself. So that was crazy for me. So yeah, Attack on Titan.
You don't play video games, but hopefully people who do get this reference. Nier Automata has a really good plot twist at the end where they tell you like the real truth about like what's happening on Earth, which I'm not going to spoil, but
okay. I've played Nier.
No, you haven't. All right, stop. No, you haven't, dude.
I finished one route.
Yeah. Which route?
I don't remember the name of the routes, but I finished one route.
So, when it comes to this Sanji matchup, do you think we're going to get it just straight away next chapter, or do you think Oda's going to cut away to other fights? Because personally, as much as I would love like more Sanji right away, I do think we're going to go to Luffy and Imu, and then maybe even Shuri, and then go back to Sanji. In your mind, how are the order of events scheduled out?
You got to start the Luffy and Imu fight. You got to start the 1v1. So next chapter, we go right back to Luffy and Imu. Some dialogue, blah, blah, blah. They start fighting. Then before the chapter ends, continuity-wise, I think you could kind of combine the Shuri and Luffy stuff. Where like the conversations kind of going on that enhances the Shuri breaking out of the ice. Where like maybe Shuri lives or maybe she dies. That's based off of Imu's will because of the hold that he has on her.
Yeah.
Right? That could all be tied in there. The Zoro stuff and Sanji stuff, I don't think it's next chapter, no.
No, it's going to be like a little bit away. And I bet when we get to Sanji and Zoro, they're going to have their own full-length chapters just to them.
Yes.
And I do think when Luffy fights Imu, which I agree with, I could definitely see Imu perhaps name-dropping Joy Boy, talking more about like the Pirate King line. Because Luffy ends on that, right? He ends by saying, hey, I'm going to be Pirate King. Imu was there for the first pirate, right? Joy Boy was the first guy. Imu probably knows more about what that means to be a pirate. Funny enough, he might know more about it than Luffy.
Yeah. We also can't rule out a flashback.
Dude, flashback would be so real if that happened. Another flashback, but Joy Boy.
Another one. We can't rule it out.
Here's the thing. Oda does have a thing where he does 3 chapters and then a break. Next week is the 3rd chapter. If we end at the start of a Joy Boy flashback, that would be crazy.
With this chapter, like I'm just realizing the different fonts with Luffy and Imu at the end there.
Yeah.
Emperor of the Sea, Monkey D. Luffy, King of the World, Nerona, Imu. This is a magnificent, impactful, just major moment in One Piece. Like one of the most.
You think so? Yeah. You don't say, huh?
No, but what I'm saying is, when I was reading the chapter,
yeah,
after seeing that, I still went back to Sanji. And like when I think about the chapter, I think about Sanji. There's a Sanji chapter. But in this chapter, we see Luffy in Gear 5 and Imu face off.
And the talk of
And
the
it's not
town
as
is
important.
Sanji.
The talk of the town is Sanji. Is that weird?
Not necessarily. I mean, all these fights have something going for them, right? I mean, Zoro versus Summers also happens here, but nobody's really talking about that. And I think the reason why is because this is a moment for Sanji we've been waiting for, right? The Conqueror's Haki moment. And we're all excited to see how he tackles that. And, you know, we can kind of imagine how it's going to go down. Luffy and Imu, that's just more fighting. We could get a lot of lore here, but we've seen what Gear 5 Luffy can do. And we've seen Imu fight for, I'd say, about 2 chapters length already. So we kind of know what's in their bag. But for Sanji and Killingham even is still somewhat an unknown. We don't know how he fights upright. So I can see why Sanji is the talk of the town. And, you know, going back to what we said a second ago, we don't know if we're going to get Sanji next chapter. We're all expecting Imu and Luffy. So I think we look at this and we're like, okay, yeah, we'll get the meat and potatoes next week, right? Because here it's just an appetizer.
Yeah, I think, okay, I have a thought. If we did not get that punch from Luffy last chapter, and this was the first actual meeting with Imu and Luffy, would it have been more impactful? Or it doesn't change?
I think it'd be more impactful. Because last chapter, not only was it the punch, but it was also the fact that Luffy is finally back on the scene.
Yeah.
Like, because we had that for like a whole week, and then we're still here a week later, it's like, okay, not much really changed, right? The conversations we're having right now about the future of Luffy versus Imu, they're kind of like the same conversations we had last week. Okay, what are they going to do next? Is Gear 5 going to come out? Is Imu going to transform? It's all more or less the same, just, you know, obviously a little bit more fleshed out. So I think that's why, too. Like, last week, Sanji and Killingham weren't really at the top of conversation, so it went from like 0 to 100. For Luffy and Imu, we were talking about that last week, and we're still talking about it this week, so I think that's why Sanji just overshadows it.
I was mostly talking about like Luffy and Imu standoff versus Sanji in the Conqueror's Haki conversation. Like, is it being dominated because the bubble that we're in, we're just like, that's just a part of the fandom, more Sanji Zoro stuff, as opposed to around the world where like everywhere else they're like, oh shit, Luffy and Imu. We've been waiting to see the face off, but mostly because we want to see how Imu reacts when he says, and then, you know, maybe a possible flashback. He says, "There thou art, Joy Boy. There thou art."
Eloquent. I do think that even if we don't get a flashback, Imu is going to drop more lore about Joy Boy. He's not going to stop. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if come next chapter, if he doesn't drop lore about what it means to be a pirate, Imu might say, you know what? That's exactly what Joy Boy said. Yeah, he wanted to be Pirate King, actually. Funny enough. He didn't like when people call him Joy Boy. Yeah, he had a real name. This was his name. You look just like him.
Yeah, you know, you look just like him. You act just like him. Makes me sick.
Dude, everybody wants Imu to drop the Madara lines that he did for Hashirama. They want Imu to say, yo, like, this is nothing compared to what Joy Boy could do. Like, oh, a Gatling? Well, Joy Boy could throw out 50 Gatlings at one time.
Yeah, they want him to be the barometer.
Yeah.
Oda could do it and raise it. He can raise the ceiling.
He can.
He could raise the ceiling for everybody if he just has Imu say something, because Luffy's already devastatingly powerful, and you're like, oh, well, he's just a fraction of. And they're like, oh shit, so Luffy has way more to go.
Yeah.
Or he just has him say nothing. I think that puts you in a position to scale these characters. Then, if you say, oh, this is all you got, or it could just be Imu underestimating Luffy, not understanding just the type of person Luffy is, right? Where Luffy grows as he goes, you know. But Oda has a chance to raise the ceiling here.
Yeah, I mean, we could finally get our first few hints at like Gear Death, or Gear 6 as some call it, where Imu's like, oh, where's your flame mode, Nika? And then Luffy's like, what? Huh?
I'm hoping there's no Gear Death.
What?
There's no Gear Death, yeah.
There's going to be another one. Maybe not Gear Death, but I think there's going to be a Gear 6. Imu's going to start hinting at it, man. He's going to say, yo, Joy Boy had this transformation. Where's yours, huh? Where's your flames? Where's the sun?
You, man. With fights, I'm apprehensive. You know, we'll see how much Oda wants to go into that. like even here with Emu versus Luffy, I think it's gonna be spectacular for a while, right? I think it's gonna look really good. But Oda has this this built-in limiter that he just does with fights and most interactions, because especially with Emu, especially if you think Emu is the final villain. Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna see everything here.
So much.
Yeah.
Like, again, this is old school, but back in the day, when fights would happen or they get cut off, would be a clash, what we'd say in the fandom is, Oda's saving it. He can't ruin it now. He's just saving it for later.
He's doing it here. He's going to do it here.
Yeah, and then until I'm pissed off, this isn't Oda, but just like when I'm pissed off in Film Red.
Oh my god, no, not more Film Red hate, Brago. It's a good movie, please. Leave her alone.
I'm not gonna lie.
You just have to watch it again. That's what it is.
No. Film Red isn't a bad movie, right? It's not a bad movie. But Film Red might have the worst ending of any anime movie I've ever seen in my life.
What? The Uta scene? Come on.
Yeah, it might have the worst ending of any anime scene I've seen in my life. Just
Wait,
terrible.
What did you not like about it?
First of all, the fight versus that.
All right, Todd Musica. Nobody enjoyed that. That was just a showcase thing. He was a training dummy. We smacked him.
Let's get past Top Musica.
Yeah, let's get past Todd Musica. What else do you not like? It's got to be more than that.
We didn't get to things that people actually care about. A fight that we can hold on to. Fujitora, Kizaru, Shanks, and the Red Hair Pirates. And this gets called off due to civilians in the area. Sorry. It's a movie.
No, I get you. I mean, if Shanks actually fought those guys with his crew, that would have put more butts in seats than a fight against
Way
just
more.
Todd Musica.
Because imagine the marketing around that. You just show a few clips of that. It broke records, but it is breaking even more records. Again, it might be a budget thing, maybe where they're like, all right, we can't afford an entire fight sequence with these guys.
I mean, here's the thing. They'd just be more entertaining than Top Musica, because Kizaru and Fujitora, whether they go, high diff, extreme diff, blah, 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 they would just be able to react to people fighting them, unlike Todd Musica, who just stood there and took everything.
Right, just dumb. And my thing is, like, I don't...
Kaiju battles, man. It's these damn kaiju battles.
I don't care if Fujitora and Kizaru win. It's not about a win or a loss. It's just about...
excitement.
It's the excitement around it, and this shit doesn't matter, Sai. It is not... It's not real. So whatever happens, it just... It just is what it is. It's like a movie. But we skip it? Can you imagine a Dragon Ball Z movie? We're about to have Goku and Vegeta, or Goku and Broly, and it's like, oh wait, we can't do it. We're out of sensu beans. Oh, sorry. Bro, people would riot. They would riot. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, instead they just fight Cell Max.
Yeah. So Film Red. Okay. I'm gonna start a petition.
I still like Film Red. Hey.
Redo Film Red's ending.
No. Film Red is fine. It could have been better, but Film Red is good. Film Red is good.
It's not good.
You're just a Film Red hater, man.
Yeah, I am now.
That's all it is.
I am now. I took down all my promotion and
yeah, you're like that kid from the Invincibles. You like ripped off the poster and just started looking at it like, ugh.
Call me Syndrome. Yeah, I'm done.
That's you.
I'm
so
done, bro.
Next chapter, do you think Emu will be able to just handedly defeat Luffy or actually push him back a lot? Because, we're hyping up Emu at this point because unlike St. Somers or Killingham, Emu's been looking pretty decent, right? He hasn't really taken a lot of L's, if any L's, and
Emu's been
this isn't
moving.
It isn't his first rodeo. He fought, unironically, whether he drops the Madara lines or not, he has fought Joy Boy in the past. He has seen what this power can do. And now here comes a young 19-year-old kid using these powers. Surely Emu will do well, right? It's like me versus you. I might not win, But if I were to fight, I don't know, your 5-year-old son, for example, I don't know if he's 5 or not, but if I were to fight your like 5-year-old son, I'd imagine I'd win. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of what's like for Emu.
Maybe. I think here's the thing. Because Emu faced off against the previous user of Loki's Devil Fruit.
Yeah.
With Ragnar. But, and again, I think Emu has looked amazing because a lot of Emu's hits have come when he's like daydreaming or just not paying attention because he's just yapping. So I don't necessarily hold those against Emu. And then he's also nerfed. So it's kind of like, here's what has to happen. Luffy has to look good. Okay? He has to look better than Loki. Where, and it's like, it's subtle things sometimes in fights where things happen and it's just like, okay, it's not being explicit about like different levels of strength, but it's kind of telling you like, okay, this is just a different level. So, Kaido versus Gear 5 Luffy. Right? One could say Kaido was boxing Gear 5 Luffy equally, if not outclassing Gear 5 Luffy in certain aspects. Right? Kizaru versus Gear 5 Luffy. Kizaru really didn't get any hits in on Gear 5 Luffy.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's not as explicit saying, yo, this is stronger, but this is stronger. But I've seen Kaido versus Gear 5 Luffy. And I saw Kizaru versus Gear 5 Luffy. If I had to pick who's stronger, I'm picking Kaido versus Kizaru. So here, we saw Loki versus Emu. Right? And Loki got hits in, but they were kind of like, you know, when we get to Luffy versus Emu, Luffy's going to get legitimate hits in while Emu is paying attention. But ultimately, Emu has to also look good. So Emu is going to get the advantage in some way, but he's going to get sent away because of the time limit, not because he's gotten beaten.
Yeah.
So,
and one thing too, I would love it if Emu, well, you could argue Kaido did it, but if Emu actually very much so wounded Gear 5th Luffy, because whenever Kaido hits him, or even Kizaru hits him, Luffy, he takes damage, and then he laughs it off. Yeah, he's like, oh, God, and then like little birds fly out. It's like, all right.
He ate Kizaru's light.
Yeah, he ate Kizaru's light, and then he's like, ooh, it's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if Emu will have attacks that actually hurt Luffy to where he's not like comical about it, where it negates the Toon Force aspect, where Luffy's like, holy hell, this is awful.
Maybe Maki's that thing that you have to use to hurt, like, I don't know, deities of this level. And then even looking at it, and again, this is just the difference, right? Where Luffy, when he was going against, after Loki got impaled, he dodges this attack, right? And this is after sending Emu flying with a punch straight to Gear 5.
Yeah.
When he was fighting Kizaru,
Gear 4.
Gear 4. I think he went, what?
Snake Man.
Snake Man?
Yeah, Snake Man.
Right? And then he was like, all right, got to turn it up. Here, he's like, okay.
Bring out the drums.
Now, I know people are going to be like, well, he did it with Rob Lucci. He had a point to prove. Okay.
Yeah, and then Rob Lucci saw it, he awakened too. It was a grudge match. That one's a little bit different.
It was a point to prove.
Yeah.
It was he had something to prove. It was like
Ash versus Gary, you know. You whip out the Charizard right away. You know, you're not bringing out, I don't know, Millipede or what's that little cocoon one? Kakusa? He's not bringing a Kakusa against Gary. You're not doing that.
Kakuna?
Kakuna.
I believe it's Kakuna. The one that turns into
Beedrill.
Beedrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kakuna, Kakusa is kind of like the same. Close enough, man. You know what I mean? But yes. Yeah, I mean, and if you guys play like, you know, Dragon Ball Legends, weird reference, but, you know, you got your colored characters. One color is better than another. Luffy exists on the white spectrum and Emu's the black spectrum. Those are the only two that counter each other. So if there is somebody out there that can hurt Luffy in this form, it is going to be Emu. And probably the same is true vice versa, where Luffy might be the only person to really hurt Imu because he's like the white deity or something like that.
No, conceptually, Maki, I think it just makes a lot of sense if it's explored and expanded as far as Haki and different. But I just don't think Oda is going to take the time out to do that, right? Which it would be dope.
I think he will.
As far as Maki and how it differentiates as far as like somebody using it, or just can Imu the only one use it? Like, because then it's like, okay, why haven't more people been using Maki? Even if it's based on the character or your intent.
I think we'll see it.
But then it presents so many questions. Why doesn't Kid use Maki? You know? Is that what Blackbeard's using? Is Blackbeard using Maki? What about Doflamingo? He's a celestial dragon. That's evil. Why doesn't he know how to use Maki?
Honestly, I think we have really good candidates on this island that could get Maki. And those characters are Zoro and Sanji.
But I don't mind Zoro and Sanji getting Maki. What I don't like is that it's alienating basically 99% of the characters.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, it's doing the thing that Conqueror's Haki or Advanced Conquerors did. Where it's just like,
it's like a power cliff.
It's really a power cliff but then it's, wait, so Rocks doesn't have Maki? So it just presents a lot of questions.
Yeah. And the reason why I bring up Zoro and Sanji, by the way, is because Zoro declared himself as the king of hell, and as time has gone on, he's been getting more and more demonic. And Sanji the same way too, right? He has Diable Jambe, Ifrit Jambe, and a long-running theory, we've talked about this multiple times now, like Black Fire Sanji, Black Leg Sanji. Will he ever get that Black Fire? Well, he got kicked by a Black Fire leg earlier, and that leg was imbued with Maki. So, like, if Sanji's next level up is Maki, like, it's not crazy, but like you said, we have to explain what does it do, why do they have it, why don't other people have it. It's tough.
Yeah.
And Maki right now, based on what we've seen with Imu, it is very much like Luffy's Gear 5th in a way, where Luffy can, you know, obviously back on Egghead, he like whipped out goggles, a baseball bat, like he did wacky stuff like the paintbrush thing. Imu has been able to transform his weapon into a myriad of things with Maki, right? You see the Black Fire, now it's a sword. Yeah. Now it's a hammer, it's a flail, it does this. Imu can do a lot with Maki, so because Maki is so reminiscent of Luffy's Gear 5th Fire in a way, or at least the opposite of it, I think we will explore it more, because while we explore Maki, I think we're also exploring Luffy's White Fire ability too. And then maybe, again, you know, Zoro Sanji get some sort of weird upgrade, but yeah, we'd have to explain why other characters don't have it. But I'm open to it, but it is hard to imagine right now.
If we go that route, then the next... Okay, who do you have as next candidate outside of the people here to show the usage of Maki?
To show Maki usage?
Yeah. That we haven't seen it from...
Dude, my only candidates are Zoro and Sanji. If I had to, like, put somebody to it, everybody's gonna laugh, dude. Kid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, who else do you have that is a Maki candidate, all right? Who do you got?
Blackbeard.
Can I change my answer?
Change it. Go ahead.
No. You know what? You can have Blackbeard. I'll stay with the kid stock, man.
I have several others too.
I'll stay with the kid stock. Who are the several others? Who else do you have?
Doflamingo.
Nah.
Mihawk,
yes. The reason why, by the way, I gave Zoro Maki alongside Sanji is because I think that could be useful when you craft a black blade.
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah.
I have another good one though, and this justifies a lot of it. This justifies all the bullshit that he's been through.
Kuina?
And the slander he's gotten.
A character that's been slandered, Maki justifies it. Who?
You mentioned Zoro.
You gonna say Ryuma?
No, they don't think he's worthy.
Sukiyaki?
Yeah, what?
I don't know. Hey, Sukiyaki was like, oh no, my blades.
I was thinking of Shiryu.
Oh, yeah, Shiryu.
Because remember, a lot of people feel like Zoro's already stronger than Shiryu.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Zoro and Sanji wipe the Blackbeard pirates minus Blackbeard and Kuzan, of course, but
so it's like if you like, okay, they have Maki and they understand the usage of it. It now justifies that as the next fight, you know. So maybe that's they're using it in tandem with their devil fruits. That's why those specific devil fruits were used to amplify the usage of Maki, whatever. But it would be difficult if Zoro and Sanji come out of this with Maki. I mean, it's already difficult. Zoro coming out of this with advanced conquerors and even better usage of it, even Sanji, than the Blackbeard pirates. I don't know how they can contend. Okay? I don't even see it at this point with Sanji and Zoro. Outside of Kuzan, like you said.
Who we expect Kuzan to be a good guy in the end, so who knows
I don't
when he's going to betray him. Yeah, like, well, we're throwing Kuzan in there. We're all expecting Kuzan to betray Blackbeard, so, you know,
I don't know.
Who knows if he's going to, like, in a true life or death battle, is Kuzan throwing it down for Blackbeard? I don't think so.
When you think of Kuzan's aspirations and his intentions, once he sees there is another way to defeat Imu, there's no allegiance to Blackbeard.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean, and then Blackbeard knows that too, right? Like, they're just working towards a common goal, but they have, like, their own dreams and their own ambitions. Like, and then you always go back to the Smoker line, where Smoker's like, hey, Kuzan, what are you doing? And he's like, don't worry, Smoker, I'm still me.
I'm still me.
Yeah.
I'm still me.
He's still a good guy.
That's one of my favorite lines in all of One Piece.
Because it means so much. Like, despite everything we've seen Kuzan do, we know that deep down he is good. He's just, you know, he has to get his hands dirty.
I'm still me.
Still me.
I'm still me.
That's such a banger line, actually.
Nah, it's because it encapsulates everything. And when he says I'm still me, think about Marineford, Akainu, the battle, after, joining Blackbeard. It's like everything. It's just
and
like,
he said that before we knew he was officially a Blackbeard member too.
Yep.
Like, it's like,
I'm still me.
Yeah. We just go back to that.
Yeah, so...
And then during the Garp thing, well, like, people are saying he froze his tears. It's like, yeah.
Very, very
good stuff, man. Love Kuzan.
Very good stuff. I feel like they didn't get their just due.
Who?
Garp and Kuzan. I'm selfish. We didn't get our just due. Okay? I think for an impactful, just mini plot with these two characters, protege, defecting. I understand the Shiryu thing and Kobe, and he's going to be the next up. But man, we needed Garp and Kuzan isolated for a bit longer.
Hey, man. I feel that about a lot of One Piece, but it can't go on forever. It can't go on forever.
But it has gone on forever.
That is also true. But I mean, Oda wants to end it, man. You know, Oda's always talking about, like, 5 years, 4 years, where we're 80% done. And it just keeps on getting longer and longer, so, you know.
Somebody said Fukurokuju versus Raizo had more panels than Garp versus Aokiji, and I didn't believe it.
Does it?
I didn't check.
That's one of those scary things. You know, you laugh at it and
myself.
You're like... you just gotta laugh at it. Like, there's no way. But deep down, it's like, he might be right, dude. He might be right. That Raizo stuff, man. That Raizo versus Fukurokuju battle, it might have more panels.
Was that the name of the chapter?
It was the name of the chapter. You know how funny that was? We had Sanji versus Queen, Zoro versus King, Raizo versus Fukurokuju, and then Luffy versus Kaido.
The Big Four.
The Big Four.
All the matchups we wanted.
Oh, that is so funny. It's
Raizo and Fukurokuju, like, look at us. Who would have thought?
We made it. Couple of goofy goobers, man.
Oh, man. Just insane.
Okay, it was just Raizo. I'm looking at it right now. It was just called Raizo. And it came the chapter after Gear 5th.
The perfect follow-up chapter, actually.
Yeah. Imagine. I mean, I was there. We were doing spoilers and we were all talking about it. But yeah, I remember that, dude. Like, oh my God, Gear 5th Luffy is going to go so crazy next week. And then you go over, it's just Raizo. Ooh, that is hilarious, dude.
Oda's a peak troll. I mean, I understand why you do that. Like, I think one thing that doesn't get lost is that Oda is still him, right? Like, and you got to remember this. Whenever there's a fight, or like Film Red reminded me of this. That's like Oda saying, I'm still me, okay? I'm still going to hold back. I'm still going to skip around. I'm still going to have fun, right? I'm probably going to have more fun now because I'm more established than I've ever been. Everybody's trying to make money off my IP. Bro, whatever I put out, it is what it is.
They're going to eat it up.
It is what it is. So, you know, I think as fans, you gotta a lot of times kind of check your ego, right? You gotta look at the story, and of course there are ways in which you could
take it in
want it to be more
spades.
enjoyable, right? But that's for you personally, right? You have not been doing this for over 2 decades and been the highest selling whatever for how much long, and you know you gotta look at the story and be like, you know what, it is what it is.
That's
personally not my
it.
favorite, but I get it. And I think, again, like we've been saying, this chapter for this week, a lot of times you just gotta wait. Just gotta wait.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Just
like
roll with it.
What you want, or something that you think moves you or is impactful. Just gotta wait.
100%, man.
Here's one thing Oda's I don't know if he's the best at, but he's really good at it.
What's up?
Oda's the best at using a lot of panels to not say shit at all. And then he's but
that sounds so crazy.
Right, no, but he's also the best at using one panel to completely flip the script on a character. How you feel about a character.
Yeah.
Like, so the thing is, he has the ability to do that, but he loves fucking around. And an example of that is somebody like Brûlé.
You know what? I'll agree. Brûlé at the end of the cat fight, it's peak. I'll give you that one.
Bro, I hated Brûlé at the end of the cat fight. I was like, why are you here? You are just a plot point, right? You're a plot hole.
You're just a character in a manga, damn it.
Oh
You're
my
black
God.
And white.
Why are you here? But by the end of it, a few panels, 1 page, you understood why Brûlé stayed in the mirror world to watch Katakuri and watch this fight, and why she was so concerned, and why Katakuri was so concerned for her well-being. Just in those
It was the
moments.
line where she said, I've always been watching or something.
I've always been watching. Like, I'm always watching. And it's just like that, I'm like, fuck. You got
Damn
me,
it,
Brûlé.
Oda.
You got it.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Fire in your eyes. Damn you, Oda. How dare you
like,
do this
why'd
to
you
me?
make me hate her for so long? God.
Yeah. That happens. I mean, that's a talent. That's a talent.
That's what I'm saying. So he can do it.
All it takes is one good page of Killingham just going crazy.
And then it just
Summers,
completely shifts. It completely shifts. So
exactly
I'm
the same
like,
for Summers.
we'll see how it goes, but it could switch.
The Omen buff has to be nuts.
Even somebody like Bellamy, right?
We've always liked Bellamy, though.
I didn't like Bellamy after the punch. Like, after Doflamingo shit on him, tossed him away. I started liking Bellamy again after he met Luffy again, and was like,
I've changed.
I went to the sky.
Yeah. And then he looks at Luffy and he says, I'm not going to pick on you anymore.
Where it's just like,
It's good.
growth?
Yeah, character
Okay.
development?
What? For Bellamy? Okay. Let's see. So, it's like, that ability is there, man. It's there. Like, bro, even Crocodile. Like I said, Crocodile was cool.
Hey.
He was the asshole, but like...
The panel where he saved
Marineford?
Ace? Yeah.
What the fuck? Crocodile?
Hey, just wait. Gekkomura is going to be up there too. Yeah, Oda can flip the narrative so fast on these characters, which I think is important because as a One Piece fan, you got to be fluid with your takes, right?
Yeah.
You have to admit that one
Yeah.
minute, this character looks bad. Next minute, Oda fixes it. Oda does something else with it. And that's why even when you have a take, you have to like open the door to the possibility that these characters can change. Like, I think before Emu even showed up, I think me and you talked about it. Like, if Emu comes, because we know that Emu can control like tier 1 contracts, God Steel, if he's close by to them, that means that there is a range to the powers. So if Emu shows up, naturally the God Knights would get stronger. So back when we saw that Summers was like a constant loser, and when we saw that Killingham was tied to a tree, the cope was, okay, Emu's going to buff them. Emu's going to do something to these guys,
something's gonna
buff
happen.
the contract, and here we have it. And we're finally seeing it, right? The first time Sanji fought Killingham, he didn't need this flashback. He didn't have to think about what Gabon said because it didn't matter. He didn't need Conqueror's Haki, but now he does.
Now he does.
And next time we see Zoro versus Summers, Sanji versus Killingham, these God Knights are going to be different. Like, they're not going to be the losers of old anymore.
Like when we had our stock talk last week.
People love the stock talk.
They did enjoy it. Think about if he bought some Sanji stock last week.
No, dude, the Sanji stock was building. It was building all throughout the arc.
It was building, but it's not where it is now.
True. Okay, yeah, it's not where it is now, but it was always.
Okay, let's be honest, Sai. Let's be honest. That's all it is. Sanji's stock was not as high as Zoro's stock.
No, I think it was higher.
Higher than Zoro's stock?
In Elbaf, yeah. In Elbaf, 100%. Ever since we got that Scomper thing, 100%. Because Sanji, it was the whole conversation around Sanji at that point was dominated by, will Sanji get Conqueror's Haki? And as far as Zoro goes, it's like, well, Zoro just has to master it. But for Sanji, he has to get it and master it at the same time. His stocks are always looking good.
So the stocks were looking good, but I think even with that chapter, there were a lot of detractors that said, oh, that's confirmed. Sanji's not getting it. So you had a bunch of people that were thinking, oh, is Sanji getting it? Is this confirming that he's not getting it? Because even if you go back to that chapter, there were like Zoro fans and Sanji fans going back and forth, like, ha, he's not getting it. Where that could lead to some people just like selling their stock, like, I'm getting out now. I'm getting out now before it's confirmed he doesn't get Conqueror's Haki. Whereas some people did buy and was like, maybe he gets Conqueror's Haki. But like you said, for Zoro, it's just about mastering it. He already has it. So I think Sanji's stock fluctuated around that time, where right now, with him, the confirmation that he's getting it,
it's going up.
It's definitely caught up.
I'd say the Straw Hats are always going to be a very safe stock to buy in on. They'll have their ebbs and flows, but they're always
Usopp
on top.
Like we said, buy in.
Penny
right
stocks.
Now, buy in, please. They are low. They are low. We talked about kid stock last week, but like we see with Sanji in this chapter, how much like one page, one panel, one moment can just spike it. You think of characters and moments that could do this. Usopp is one that could happen in Elbaf, but characters like that, it's just, you're always buying. Like I said, the Straw Hat's a safe bet,
Yeah.
But, Sanji's stock is up right now.
I just thought about this too. I mean, this has been a thing, but if we're saying that Emu's not going to whip everything out of his bag right now, and that he'll leave the island looking good, the best way to get him off the island would be if Sanji and Zoro win their matches. Because we saw that Emu takes damage from the King Herald thing, so... Yeah, when Sanji and Zoro wins, I mean, I think Emu's gone.
But are they going to die?
I don't know. I mean, there's that weird heart thing, too. Like, we don't know what's going on with that heart. Do we shatter the heart and, like, permanently kill these guys? Or do we simply beat them down so badly that they're just in that heart and they can't escape, like a Pokemon or something?
And that's why... Like, Oda likes a caveat. So, Luffy looking good and defeating Emu, coinciding with the Summers and Killingham losing, we'd be like, well, he lost because they lost, and that affected him. He's already nerfed. So all these things incorporated, it's like it still leaves it up to like, can Luffy win or not on Emu's turf?
Yeah.
So, I think it's all going to coincide. It's all connected.
Yeah, Oda will definitely find a way to like make Emu look good off the island and everything. And like you said, there's already like so many gaps for that already, saying that he's nerfed. I would like it if Emu succeeded in some way here. I don't think he's going to kidnap the kid successfully, considering that, you know, it's all going to stop once Sanji wins. Like, literally, the minute Sanji wins, the kid situation is done. Like, they can't take the kids.
Here's the tough thing. Narratively, what has the most impact? Sanji going last and Zoro beating Summers first?
That
or
would be
Sanji
interesting.
beating Killingham and Zoro gets to gloat about Sanji to Summers?
I like that more. And I think that does fit generally what Oda does. He does the Sanji fight first, then the Zoro fight. So if Sanji wins, let's say Sanji kicks Killingham and then boom, ends up in front of St. Summers. And then Zoro says, told you, you know, like, and then Zoro just beats Summers right away. Or maybe it happens at the same time, like King and Queen, where it's like, they do that and then they win together.
Or it
like,
could flip it this time because it's Sanji focused, where Zoro does it first. And then Sanji does it, but Zoro still gets to gloat because Summers is beaten and can't get back together.
Yeah.
You know? So,
or maybe like right when Summers goes down, the last thing he sees is like Killingham getting knocked across the sky. Yeah. That'll be funny too.
Yep. No. Yeah. I'd like that. Like I said, I like when they gloat about each other. So
yeah, I hope these fights are good, man. I really hope the God Knights got buffed because right now, based on what we saw previously, man, they're nothing but.
It don't look good.
This Omen buff. I hope we see awakened Keating powers. I hope we see awakened Summers powers because the stronger they are, the stronger Zoro and Sanji have to get. That's always the case. But
I am with it.
Yeah, with that being said, though, guys, let us know your thoughts on all this down below, and we will catch you guys next week. No break. I'm expecting there to be a break after next chapter, though, but that's just kind of that's usually just how it is.
Oh, it might spoil us. We'll see.
Yep, we'll see. Catch you all later. You know where to find Brago. You'll find him at BDA Law, BDA Raw, and Brago the Ace. And yeah, catch you all later. Peace.